In this video we'll discuss about the most important part that you need for your coding in your entire career, that is array. So every time you go for the data structure, you go for any development purpose or anything, you must need array. So in this video we'll discuss about that in detail. Let's start. So what is array? Suppose I'm asking you to store 100 student marks of your class in somewhere. So what you will do? You cannot keep on initializing or declaring variables like int a equals to 90, int b equals to like 100, int c equals to 80, int d equals to 70, keep on going like z, then a, b, b, c, c. You can't declare 100 variables, right? For that optimization we have array. What array will do, it will create number of blocks for you and where you can store your data, right? So if you use an array, you don't need to declare like 100 variables or 200 variables. You just declare an array and everything you can store within that array. So this is where you can optimize your code. Now what is array? Array is a sequential memory block. So now let's go for the technical definition. So in array, how you can store the data? So array is a contiguous memory allocation. So what do you mean by contiguous memory allocation? It will store every data one after another and you have to store the similar block within array. So why I'm saying similar block? Suppose you are declaring an array of int data type. So what is the type of your array? That is int. You can't store float within your int array. Suppose you are declaring a double array, you can't store float value within that. Suppose you are declaring an array of string, you can't store integer value within that. So from that we can say array will only store the homogeneous data type. So what do you mean by homogeneous data type? So if it's storing int, it will only store int. If it's storing float, it will only store float. So array is homogeneous and contiguous. Now as you can see in my screen, what I have written, I have written 9, 19, 29, 39, 49, 59, 79 and 89. Okay. So this is how you can store a data. Now in array, our indexing starts from 0. Now what is the indexing of first 9? That is 0. 19 is 1, 29 is 2, 39 is 3, 49 is 4, 59 is 5, 79 is 6 and 89 is 7. So what is the size of array? The size of array is 8. Like you can see that the size of array is 8 and we'll compare that 8 as your n. And in array, every time your index starts with 0. So the first index will be 0 and the last index will be n minus 1. So what is the value of n here? The value of n is 8. You can see that the last index is 7 and that will be n minus 1. So what is the value of n? That is 8 and the last index is 7. So what is the benefit of using array? You can declare n number of blocks that you want. Suppose you want to declare 100 blocks, then you just give the instruction that I need 100 blocks. The Java or the JVM will allocate you 100 blocks for you. You can declare 1000 block, you can declare 10,000 block, 1 lakh block, whatever you want. Your compiler will give you that memory or your JVM will give you that memory. So what is the benefit of using array? You can access any memory at O of one time. So what is O of one time? In my data structure playlist, I'll cover that. What is time complexity, what is order of one space, order of n space. We'll cover that everything in my data structure video. You can access anything in O of one time, right? Suppose you need for like 59, you will just give the instruction that I need the 5th index. You just give the instruction to the computer will give you the 5th index. So let's say that what is the drawback of an array? You can't extend the size of an array. If you are declaring the size of an array as 100, it will be 100. You can't extend that further. This is the drawback of an array. So in this video we have discussed about what is array, how to store the memory in array, and what are the benefit and drawbacks of an array. In the next video we'll perform the hands-on. See you in the next video.